the RP recap of the Grade 3 $400,000 Oklahoma Derby. Sponsored by Thoroughbred Racing Association of Oklahoma. I'm Keith Stahl-Voorhees for RaceView Network. The biggest thoroughbred race in the Sooner State is for 3-year-olds. They run a mile and an eighth, $400,000 the purse. The public's choice in the race was Hit Show, from the stable of the country's leading trainer, Brad Cox. Hit Show is a winner of 3 races from 8 starts and has $574,000 plus in earnings. He took the Grade 3 Withers Stakes at Aqueduct and ran a respectable 5th in the Kentucky Derby. He had similar outcomes in the Wood Memorial, the Belmont, and Jim Dandy Stakes. Flavian Pratt was aboard the favorite, number 13, Hit Show. Third among the public's choices was the 10-horse Red Route 1, trained by the sport's all-time leader, Steve Asmussen. Red Route 1 was victorious in the 9-furlong West Virginia Derby early in August.
Red Route 1 has all the momentum, and it's a rootin' tootin' West Virginia Derby. Red Route 1 goes on to win by 4.
The resume of Red Route 1 also includes a notable stint at Oaklawn Park, a win in the Bathhouse Row Stakes, as well as second-place finishes in the Rebel and Southwest Stakes, both graded preps for the Arkansas Derby. With just more than $1 million in earnings, he was the richest horse in the Derby field. Joel Rosario came in for the ride aboard Red Route 1, number 10 in the Oklahoma Derby. Ellis Park Derby winner Tumba Rumba was another who was well regarded by the public in the Derby lineup. Conditioned by Brian Lynch, Tumba Rumba also finished second in the Louisiana Champions Day Juvenile Stakes at the Fairgrounds. He's a winner of 4 from 9 outings with $250,000 in the bank. Rafael Bejarano got the leg up from Lynch on the 2-horse Tumba Rumba. Running fourth behind Red Route 1 in the West Virginia Derby was Raise Cane, who also ran in the Kentucky Derby, finishing 8th in the 18-horse field. Winner of the Grade 3 Gotham Stakes, Raise Cane is trained by Ben Colebrook. His credits also include a runner-up finish in the Grade 3 Indiana Derby. A winner of 2 from 11 starts, he bankrolled a bit more than $400,000. Jockey Umberto Rispoli teamed up with the 3-horse Raise Cane. Ghost Hero was a standout 2-year-old at Remington Park last year, having won the Oklahoma Classics Juvenile and the Don C. McNeil Stakes. As a sophomore, he's hit the road, competing in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and West Virginia. He'd ran out more than $247,000 while winning 5 of 11 starts, all under the tutelage of Jade Gilner. Ghost Hero drew the 1-hole in the Oklahoma Derby, jockey Floyd Wethy Jr. in the irons. How did he do that? Was one of the longer shots in the field. Running mainly in the mid and southwest, the Steve Asmussen trainee had won 3 of 11 outings, while earning north of $322,000. Among his career highlights were scores in the Iowa Derby and the Zia Park Juvenile Stakes. Veteran reinsman Stuart Elliott had the call on number 9, How Did He Do That?, in one of the closest and most thrilling editions of the Grade 3 Oklahoma Derby. RP track announcer Dale Day has the call.
They're off in the Oklahoma Derby. Clean start, quick start from the rail for Ghost Hero, gunning for the front, now coming on. How did he do that? Making a bid. Also outside, Groveland moving up. So is Raise Cane, but under the line first. Ghost Hero by a little more than a length. Raise Cane battling for second with How Did He Do That? Groveland's a wide 4th as they reach the turn. Cagliostro and Morlana Spirit after that. Then inside Tumbarumba with tons of space to move down at the rail. Inside a heroic move. Gun Flash, Hit Show is wide as they reach the midpoint of the turn. Gap of 5 more to Red Route 1, then well back to Pearl's Earl. As they go to the backstretch, opening quarter in 23.57. Up front, it's Ghost Hero setting the pace by 3/4 over How Did He Do That? Groveland's a wide third. Garden Spot inside for Tumbarumba, battling fourth with Raised Cane, Marlana Spirit, and Cagliostro seventh. Just under 5 furlongs left. Hitch shows a very wide eighth. Gunflash just inside of him. Gap of 3 more to Red Route 1. Just over a half mile to go, and it's still Ghost Hero up front. Ghost Hero is there by a little more than a length. How did he do that? Continues to track second. Then it is Tumbarumba looking for room inside. Groveland keeps everybody hemmed in outside in third as they go to the final turn. Ghost Hero showing the way. Pressure being turned up by How Did He Do That? Groveland still third. Now Tumbarumba being asked. Wide and trying to come on. Cagliostro very wide but rolling outside of Raised Cane. 1/4 mile to go in the Oklahoma Derby. Up front, Ghost Hero has plenty of company. To the outside, Cagliostro. There's How Did He Do That? Between runners, Tumbarumba at the rail. Groveland tried to make a bid and was squeezed out. Farther out, Raised Cane full of run. Race on, final 16th. How Did He Do That is on top, trying to get through traffic. Red Route 1, the closer. How Did He Do That? Red Route 1, photo finish with Tumbarumba. 3-way photo in the Derby.
What a finish, a stretch drive that'll go down in Remington Park history. 5 horses were across the track as the field straightened out from the turn for home. Out of that, number 9, How Did He Do That? With jockey Stuart Elliott emerged with a slight lead, with number 2, Tumbarumba, close on his inside. And it was that small gap between those 2 horses that Joel Rosario was aiming at with Red Route 1. Only with the help of the photo finish camera would these 3 be separated, and it showed a win by number 9, How Did He Do That? The 10 horse, Red Route 1, a nose back in second, and Tumbarumba by the same margin in third.
Are you mainly just focused on getting to the wire as you had a lead coming down to the end, or are you aware of all the other stuff that's going on?
Yeah, you know they're coming. I mean, you know horses are coming. You just keep riding your horse and just try to keep focused on him and keeping him going.
How Did He Do That? Is owned by Jay Kirk and Judy Robeson of El Paso, Texas. A training executive for Steve Asmussen as Red Route 1 finished second. Tumbarumba was third. How Did He Do That? Is a colt by Good Magic out of Storm and Maggie by Stormcat. Bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings. The Oklahoma Derby winner ran the mile and an 8 in 1 minute 50.34 seconds. Now with a record of 4 wins from 14 outings, How Did He Do That? Has $562,000 plus in earnings. Many times in big races, the Asmussen operation has multiple entries with different owners. So how is that handled?
You can't be disappointed when they both run their races. They both ran huge. I think the difference was one was a close. Red Route didn't have an ideal trip. He had to fight a lot of traffic, and he ran really good. If you go back and watch the replay of some of the things that happened during the race, but it's a shame anybody had to lose that one.
Yeah. Now this horse has been around. He's danced a lot of dances. He's done a lot of traveling. Did you think coming in that you had an effort coming up potentially out of How Did He Do That?
It's always been in there. I mean, we kind of feel like it is in there. It's just sometimes, for whatever reason, he doesn't always give it to us. So that might be what's with all the dances.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he does step up.
How Did He Do That? The 2023 winner of the Grade 3 Oklahoma Derby. Thanks for showing up. We're glad you did. I'm Keith Stahl-Voorhees for Raceview Network.